Hi, today's day 5, I think. So this morning I did it on program 2. I didn't really like it. It just went from like 10 to 70, from 20 to 80. And it wasn't as fun as day 1 of the programming. So I just got home. I'm hoping that my microphone works. I don't even know if the phone will stay in the tripod. I can't figure that out quite yet, but I got it in there. And so let's see what happens if you catch a lot of background noise. I didn't even start my coffee yet, but I wanted to do this. So let's try program 3, and hopefully my neighbors don't hate me. I'm going to turn it on. Bluetooth mode. All right, I'm excited. Okay, so I'm right at 30 right now, right off the bat, which is cool with me. How was your day? I got to clean my favorite place. It's just a really simple 2-bedroom house that I clean out in the middle of nowhere, and it's awesome. I just love it. I have such a good feeling when I'm there. So if I've got nowhere else to be, I'll go ahead and take my time. And that's kind of cool. Had a good night's sleep last night again. Um, did you guys look up first sleep? Because it's a thing. Fancy always likes to remind me of it, though. I don't know why she does that. Let me open my legs up so I get a more intense workout. Where are we now? It's not telling me yet. That's pretty good. Oh, I'm at 50. Okay. So we'll see how this one works. So again, I did it this morning while I was doing my morning reading for 10 minutes on level 1. It's just like a little massage. Love it. Then before I went to work, 10 minutes on program 2, and that's a 10-minute exercise or a vibration, because I don't know if I can call this exercise. It is, but it's wild. I love it. I was so eager to get back on this. It's so funny. I'm just excited to see what happens, because there's so many more things I want to do out there and feel physically competent to do them. And if my range of motion increases and my pain goes down, there's a lot more stuff that I can do, and I won't be upset. And if I lose weight, I'll actually fit into one of my bathing suits, so I won't freak everyone out when I go to the swim hole this summer. Because summer's coming. It's on 80 now. Fancy's got a toy. I hit her bone because she keeps bringing it into the bedroom, and when I wake up in the middle of the night, if that bone's in the middle of the floor, oof, I don't even want to be that mad, or any of that stuff that could happen. Right, Fancy? Right? You're so pretty. She's such a good girl. And I was thinking, when I get into a little bit better of a spot, like a little house, um, I'm going to get Fancy a puppy, and I'm going to name it Quincy. I've already decided the name. I decided it yesterday because Apple decided to turn Fancy into Quincy when I was voice to texting someone. I don't know why. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. So Fancy can have a Quincy, and you can train the puppy how to be as perfect as you are, because you're the best. You are. Did you eat the cat today? Was he nice to you? Cat is a menace. But so far it seems like it's working good. We'll see when I play it back. Gotta be here. It's on. I charged it. It's just an awful lot of equipment to be hanging at the bottom of my iPhone. And I just can't imagine that people have a decent time with that. I don't know. So I think I'm still on 80. No, I'm on 100. What? I'm like doing a marathon right now. I really wanted to stop. We have a local restaurant, and I wanted to stop. They have something on their menu that I've just been dying to get. And I've been dying to get it because it's something that I make really, really good. However, I don't love making it. It's so laborious. And I actually used to do it for a living, and it was the worst job I had. Not the making of the fried chicken, but where I worked. It was the worst. I used to cry on my way into work, cry on my way home from work, cry when I picked up my check. That's how bad it was. Like, it was so bad. Um, and it caused a lot of physical damage to me. I worked with these big fryers, and that's when my left arm went kaput when I left that job. I probably should sue them for real because I'm feeling like it was their fault. But anyway, do what you got to do when you're trying to make the rent, you know? And at the time, I was in a rent to own or lease option house. And that's a really long, horrible story, but I was wherever I had to work to make that happen. Whoa, what's that? Oh, that's 50. Now I feel like I'm going in slow motion. But anyway, they have a half chicken fried, 4-piece chicken dinner down there. And I've seen it because I've eaten there and it looks amazing. And they have the best coleslaw I've had probably since I moved to Vermont, outside of coleslaw that I've made. And I love coleslaw. I'm like a coleslaw connoisseur. Indeed. I love coleslaw. So I was going to stop and get that. And I was like, no, you got chicken defrosted. Why don't you make something out of that? I'm not going to fry any chicken, though. But I am going to make something delicious for dinner. What else did I want to tell you? I don't even know. I am looking forward to a cup of coffee, that's for sure. Yeah, I turned around and looked at the time. I'm like, dude, you better put it into gear. You don't need to be lollygagging. I wasn't lollygagging, but the house is fast. Like, if you're in a rush and you have someplace else you need to be, you could, if the guests were decent, you could crush this house in 45 minutes. I get there at 10:30, 10 o'clock. I'm there till 3:30. But I enjoy being there. I really do like it. I actually sat down and had my lunch. So that takes time. Usually in the big season, there's no time for lunch. You just go. You eat something on the run. So I usually have like this. I like this Indian trail mix with wasabi peas inside of it. I love that. I like to bring that and just have it in my bag and eat it as I walk by it. But yeah, I sat down and had lunch. I don't know what else to say. I'm just hoping that I'm actually looking at the right place. I think I am. And I think this is a much better program than program 2. And I like that. Trying to think, was there something in my brain that I've been thinking about telling you guys or talking to you guys about the whole day? Because sometimes, I know I'm going to come on here with you, save something for you, and can't really think of it. I did. How about this? I've been meaning to write this down. So I'm going to say it right here. It's a quote from Ruben Blades as a character in a TV show. And he says something, it's not an actual quote because I can't give it to you perfectly. But he says evil, or like his mother said, or somebody said to him, evil makes people do bad things. And then his mother said to him, fear makes people do bad things. And then the mother said, what's the difference? So check your fears, guys. Check your fears. It's one thing to be aware. What am I on? 80. It's one thing to be aware. It's one thing to have discernment in what you prefer and what you do not want. But be careful of fear, because fear is very difficult to distinguish between fearful and evil. And that could be said throughout time. So That's a good thing to talk about and for to have you think about. Every time you find yourself in fear, slow it down. Hey, what is it I'm afraid of? Who is trying to put me in this position? Is anybody trying to put me in this position? Can I control if I'm in actual state of fear? And what does that mean? You know, there are times where you're going to need to be able to utilize your ability to act in a situation where you are fearful, but living your life acting in fear all the time will lead you to be an evil person. Pretty sure that's true. I think so. So I just was thinking about that because I was like dumbfounded when I heard that. Because I'll play that show in the background only while I'm working over at this house that I worked on today. I don't turn on TV anywhere else. I just turn it on, click, I remember where I was, and play and do that while I'm cleaning. And when that came out, it was like a week ago, and I was like, that is amazing. That what the heck? And I just love Ruben Blades, and I don't think he's getting enough work. I think he's great. And then I looked him up because I was afraid that he passed away, and he's 77, and he needs more work because in this role, he was probably 73. So he's got some life left in him because he looked great. I like Ruben Blades. I just do. So he's great. So that's my 10 minutes in the afternoon. So I do 10 minutes in the morning just as a relaxing thing on my feet, another 10 minutes before I go to work, and then 10 minutes when I get home to say hello to you. That's pretty cool. I like the programs. I'm glad I got up to 100. And woot woot. I'll see you later, alligator. I love you long time. Bye.